Well, this morning I stepped on the scale and I discovered that I put on 6 pounds since I got back from Florida just this past February. Normally, this would set me off into a spiral of self-criticism, punishment, starvation, over-exercising. You know the drill. We all come from that generation. But you know what? I didn't this time because I knew one important thing. I've done this before. I'm sure you've done it before too. And because we've done it before, we can do it again with grace and with a plan. There's a certain reality that comes with fitness after 60. Fitness and wellness are not always used in the same way. Wellness is being well and fitness is being strong, but they're actually one and the same in my mind. So what does that mean? At 67, managing your weight and your health is very different. It takes more energy, more planning, and a deeper why. What does it mean at 67? It means having systems and non-negotiables. It means not waiting for motivation, but moving anyway. My anchor is my workouts, my running, my strength training. They bring me joy, they bring me clarity, and they bring me pride in myself. Not because I'm always excited to go, but because of how I feel after. It's a mindset. The mindset is time is going to pass anyway. You know, that sentence has kept me grounded because time is going to pass anyway. So whether I spend it scrolling on the phone or watching Netflix or anything else, that time is still moving. And something that I have learned is that if I want to feel strong as days go by, I have to be deliberate. I want to feel proud of how I'm showing up in my life for myself. It's all fine and good to say these words, but what does it really mean? How do you take those words and put them into a life and put them into a plan? Here is what I actually do. I block off 4 specific days of the week that are my gym days. Those days and that time block is a non-negotiable. I work everything around that block of time. My well-being comes first. I prep my food before I leave to go to the gym, so I don't come home and grab anything that's in the fridge. And I even do my warm-up at home because injury prevention matters more than ever when you're 67. What does that mean? I prepare a sandwich, a wrap, or I buy something and make sure it's in the fridge. Make sure that I have something healthy that includes protein and carbs. You need the protein for your muscles and you need the carbs because your muscles feed on carbs. So what happens in the warm-up? The warm-up is really to preserve the basics. My big focus is balance. As we age, balance becomes an issue. You hear of all these people falling, breaking hips, twisting knees, breaking bones. Why does that happen? Because of balance. So I spend a minute working on balancing on one leg. That's so important because if you happen to trip off the sidewalk because somebody is barreling towards you while you're going to the grocery store or even in the parking lot, having a strong balance means you're not going to fall. You're solid. And that's how you protect your health. So I have this as the core system. But let's face it, everybody does something. In my case, I work 40 hours a week on my YouTube channel. That is my business. That is what I spend my days working on. So how else do I get everything else accomplished? You have to figure that out before you set out at the beginning of the day. In practical terms, what does all of that mean? Well, you have to have a time block for that workout segment that is a non-negotiable. Outside of that is when you do your basic chores around the home. In my case, I leave housekeeping to the weekend. During the week, I spend my morning preparing for going to the gym. Not only that, but I have a Frenchie. I need to feed him. I need to walk him. I need to play with him. I enjoy that time that I have with him, but I also have to prep my work for the afternoon. When I come back from the gym, I give myself time for recovery. As you get older, recovery becomes even more important. I learned that the hard way because I kept going as if I was 30 or 40 right after the gym. And by 5 o'clock, I was done. I was ready to go to bed. So that doesn't work because let's face it, As women, we juggle agendas. We juggle a lot of responsibilities, and we're not always out of the woods yet, be it adult children at home, be it parents, be it work, be it a spouse or a significant other. There's always something that needs to get done aside from the everyday things. So you plan that before and after the gym. And in my case, I do a good segment of that before I leave for the gym. I don't go to the gym early because, let's face it, I can't run a 5K at 8 o'clock in the morning. Not every day, and not when it's cold like this. So you got to work your agenda around the variables that you are comfortable with. Listen, since I came back from Florida in February, I fell off track. Life happens. Things happen. You can't always guard that non-negotiable and make it immovable, because there are things that happen in our life that we need to adjust our agenda. We need to compensate, or we need to take care of something that is very important. And that's what interrupted my routine for one reason or another. Some days I just didn't feel like it. I didn't have a reason. And that's also normal. So this is where grace comes in. Not guilt, not punishment, just a quiet reset. You decide within yourself that you're going to tackle it again and again. Every morning is a new opportunity to begin again. I know it's cliche, but it's really true, and you have to take it to heart, and you have to carve out a little moment of time, or before you go to bed, or early in the morning before you start your day, to sort of regroup your day and see how that day should be unraveling. You know, as women, we've had to reset our lives and start over and reinvent many times before we reach 60. We've done it before, and we can do it again. Setting short-term goals is easier than setting a long-term goal. A short-term goal carries us for the week, for example. So this is what I've done. I'm hoping to go to the gym 4 times this week. Maybe I'll only get there twice, but that's 2 more times than if I hadn't set the goal. We know it's cliche, and we know that it works for other people. It can work for us as well. The other thing is, work up to that 4 days a week gradually. Give yourself grace. A change in your schedule is a change in your schedule. There's so many moving pieces in our lives today. Another thing, be patient with your body. Yeah, it doesn't turn on a dime like it did when we were 20 or 30. So be patient with your body. Give yourself grace to build up your strength gradually. Remember this, your body has carried you this far. It's going to carry you even more. Your body is the most important part of your life. We need to take care of it, because as we get older, we don't want to be a burden to anybody. And not only that, more importantly, we want to have a beautiful quality of life. We want to be able to do things. And this is the golden years, right? When we get to do these things. So this is why you really have to take care of your body. When I talked about balance earlier, balance is just one piece. Another important piece about our body is our core. Our core, when I was training to become a personal trainer and got my certificate, one thing hit me that was such an important takeaway. Our core connects the bottom of our body to the top of our body. Just think about it, just fundamentally that. And if you don't have a strong core, you get misaligned. And that's when injuries occur. Injuries that occur over time. And then all of a sudden you wake up one day and your back hurts, or your knees hurt, or your ankles hurt, and you don't know why. It's probably because there's a misalignment, and the misalignment in your body happens because your core is weak. So there are exercises that you can do to strengthen your core. And you know, your body has memory, muscle memory, and you will bounce back. If you've done it before, you'll bounce back. If you haven't done it before, your body can learn new things. So, you know, balance and core work, those are the 2 things that I put in the forefront. And of course, it's my running, but my running is my Prozac, and I love it so much. But not everybody loves running. You may love something else. Make that your priority. You deserve it. You're worth it. You're worth the time it takes. I'm taking a little break from the video because I remembered something that I have that I made especially for you. It's called the Life Reinvention Kit. What it is a collection of aha articles, worksheets, prompts, action plans, and related articles about late bloomer women that I put together all in one 40-page ebook. I put it together because I knew that other women would love to enjoy the aha moments that I had. It took me 7 years of compilation of different things. So this is just the best of the best. Whether you're looking for clarity, whether you're looking for a fresh perspective, whether you're looking just to start over and do something different, this little kit will put it all together for you, little by little. And you know what? You can take section by section, or you can go the last section or the first section. There's no rhyme or reason to it, but I made it especially for us women who are reinventing our lives a little bit later. Midlife reinvention is not an uncommon thing, but nobody helps us get started. So it's on sale right now. It's only $7. I put a link in the description box below, and if you click the link, you have a very generous description with pictures and the table of contents so that you know exactly what you're getting. So I hope you'll go and have a look at it. I made it with all my heart. So now it's time to get back to the video. So this isn't just about our weight. It's about choosing ourselves again and again, even at 67. But you know what? Especially at 67. And if you've fallen off track, you're welcome. You're in good company. Let's all rise together. You don't have to do it all perfectly. Just show up. Even a small workout, a small win, a single good choice that you make for yourself, all of that adds up. You're not behind. You're not too late. Your strength is already within you, and it grows every time you show up for yourself. So let's keep moving forward together. We got this. And don't forget the Life Reinvention Kit. It's waiting for you in the description box below. See you in the next video, and thank you so much for watching.